Hi guys, this is Anna from Kakibana and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about where to study Spanish if you're looking to study Spanish in a Spanish-speaking country overseas. Now, I know I haven't made a video in a really long time, but hopefully this year, 2019, I will be right back into it. And thank you to those people who have been commenting, asking where I am, asking me to make more videos. Thanks to you guys, I am back. So thank you so much for your comments. It's really, really appreciated. So this year I'm going to be making videos about learning languages in general, language learning tips, travel videos, so stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please click the subscribe button down below for more videos. Okay, so now let's get right into the video. Now, so where to study Spanish in a Spanish-speaking country. So I did a video in 2017 talking about my experience when I did study Spanish in a Spanish-speaking country. I'd like for you to watch this video, the one you're watching now, before you watch that video because it might change your decision in where to study Spanish. The decision process that I went through, I thought of 5 different requirements that I wanted the country or city to have in order for me to go there to study Spanish. And so this could be different for every single person because it depends on what you want out of the city. So my requirements were: 1, so obviously my reason for going was to study Spanish. So I wanted a Spanish that was really clear and easy to understand. So that was number 1, definitely. Number 2, I wanted a place which was inexpensive. So in general, in Latin America, the countries are more inexpensive than, say, for example, where I live in Australia, but I wanted a very inexpensive country. Number 3, I actually wanted to take advantage and be next to the beach where I could learn to surf as well. My 4th requirement was that the people were friendly so that I could make friends with the local people so that I could practice my Spanish. And number 5 was somewhere which was safe for me to go, where I would feel comfortable and just be able to focus on studying Spanish and meeting new people. So they were my 5 requirements and they could be different for you. I'll also keep note that I might not mention all the Spanish-speaking countries in the world, and I'm sorry if I don't mention a country, but I guess it wasn't really in my radar when I was choosing a Spanish-speaking country to study in. Now, firstly, my requirement as well was I wanted to study somewhere in Latin America. So yes, you can learn Spanish in Spain, in Europe. So the Spanish in Spain is very, very different. Like the accent and some of the words that they use are very different in Spain compared to Latin American countries. So you wanted to consider that when choosing where to study Spanish. Now, I wanted to learn in Latin America, so that kind of ruled out Spain for me. So then moving on to Latin America, so starting from the bottom, so Argentina and Chile. So these 2 countries are, again, beautiful countries. All of them are going to be really beautiful countries. But again, Argentinian Spanish and Chilean Spanish, they are famous for speaking really fast and using words that aren't used in any other country. And especially this is true for Chile. So I have quite a few Chilean students and they say themselves that they've got these words that other Latin American people can't understand. So that was the reason that I didn't choose those countries. And it's also one of the more expensive countries in Latin America. You've got the friendly people and you can go to the beachside town as well. And in general, it's quite safe. In terms of safety, I do want to say that all of these countries are safe in general, and it is safe to go to and safe to visit. One of the things to keep in mind is that you've got to keep a degree of precaution. So I did a video about this, is it safe to visit Colombia? And I listed some points of what to do to avoid getting in any dangerous or unwanted situation. So check out the video, I'll leave the link below. I considered Bolivia and Peru as well. And so Bolivia, firstly, yes, their Spanish is very clear. It's an amazingly beautiful, beautiful country, but there was no beach there, so that was ruled out. And then Peru is also, the Spanish is quite clear there. And there are some beach towns, but it's not the most inexpensive country. I've already visited Peru before as well, so I wanted to try another country. Yeah, Ecuador I've never visited before, and there are some coastal towns there, and the Spanish is quite clear. And so, yeah, it just depends on what you're looking for. Next is Colombia. So I've been to Colombia many times if you've watched any of my videos. When I first went there, actually, I did go to a Spanish school for 1 week. And yeah, so only like 5 days I took the classes, and this was at the very, very, very beginning of when I was learning Spanish. I went to a school called Nueva Lengua in Bogota, and they also have a school in Cartagena, which is on the coast. So you could definitely go there as well, because the Colombian Spanish is known to be one of the clearest Spanish in the Latin American countries. The thing is that it was a little bit expensive, actually, the school was, and they didn't do private classes there. Maybe they did, but it would have been really, really expensive. And so it was in a group of about 4 or 5 people, and it was quite expensive, and Bogota itself is not the cheapest city in South America, so I wanted to try a different country. Venezuela, so unfortunately the situation at the moment is very, very politically unstable. So this is talking now 2019, and back when I wanted to study in 2012 as well. So you've got to keep those things in mind. So it wasn't the best decision for me to go to Venezuela to visit because of the political situation there. Then moving on to Central America. So Central America, you've got Panama and Costa Rica, and those two countries are out of the Central American countries. They're the most expensive ones. That's why, yeah, I didn't choose those countries. Then you have Nicaragua, which, if you've watched my video about me learning Spanish, Nicaragua was the country that I did choose to study in because very clear Spanish, very, very inexpensive. The people were friendly, and it was next to the beach. I was studying at a surf town. I had private lessons. It was an amazing experience. However, the point of this video is to also consider the safety. So when I went in 2012, it was very, very safe. There were many tourists there, and nothing happened to me at all whatsoever. However, unfortunately in South America, it's quite common that if there's a change of president or change of political party or anything like that, something in politics, then it can turn a little unstable. A couple of years ago or last year, it was a little bit unstable there. So you've got to just consider that when choosing a country. So it's really, really sad to hear that about Nicaragua. I'm sure they will recover soon, so keep an eye out to see if it is safe again. The next country is Guatemala. So I've had quite a few friends study Spanish there, so I think it is an excellent option. It is very inexpensive. It has the same types of schools that were in Nicaragua, so one-on-one classes, 20 hours a week, and with activities included. So I definitely recommend Guatemala if you're looking for a similar type of experience that I had in Nicaragua. Now, I had a friend go there very recently, just last year, and she loved the experience. So definitely can recommend it. So the place to go is, there is a lake called Lago Atitlan, and the city is called San Pedro La Laguna. And the school that my friend went to that she recommends, she said it was an excellent school, is Orbita Spanish School. So I'll leave the links to the school below. And so I think, yeah, it's a really, really good option to go to Guatemala. In saying that, all of these countries and all of the requirements and everything, it depends on what you're looking for and what you want. And all of these things as well, especially the safety, as I was saying before, it can change really, really quickly. It's quite volatile. Watch out for that. And one of the best ways to know if it's safe to visit a country or visit a city is not to read the news, because, you know, the news always talks about the most negative things happening in the countries. Even the government websites, your own government website. So for example, the Australian government website, where it tells travelers don't travel here or exercise caution when going to these countries, is actually a little bit over the top. So they're trying to keep you as safe as possible. So it might say don't travel here when you've heard of a friend that traveled there a couple of months ago with no problems. Read those, but don't believe them completely. So I think the best way to know whether to travel to a country is watch YouTube videos, no, but also talk to friends that may have visited those countries recently, friends of friends that live there, someone that you can trust and that knows or has experience going to those countries. So that's something I really recommend, or someone that knows exactly what the political conditions are in those countries. So I hope this information was helpful about where to study Spanish in the world. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them down below. And if you're interested in my experience of studying Spanish in Nicaragua, I will link the video down below as well, so make sure to check that out. If you have experience studying Spanish in a Spanish-speaking country, I would love to hear about it. So also leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because, as I said, I'm going to be making videos this year, getting back into it. So stay tuned. Thanks guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!